lucky that you're sitting with us here right now, because about a year ago, you had a major health scare. Your kidneys were failing. You had pneumonia. You had COVID. What happened? How did you get well?
Actually, I had a kidney transplant, and actually, a lot of people don't know. In 2014, I had a brain aneurysm that almost killed me.
Oh, wow.
At 33, yeah. So
no pre-existing knowledge that you might have. So what does it feel like to suddenly have a brain aneurysm? Like you're 33 years old, and so what happened? Like you're where, and what does it start to feel like?
I was here in Tennessee, and it was Halloween.
Yeah.
So we go out for Halloween, and I come back. We come back and wake up the next morning. I got this like massive hangover. I'm like, dude, it's like, no, I didn't even drink hardly anything. I'm like,
right.
My head is just pounding. And I was just like, gosh, and I was just like trying to sleep it off. Like normally I'd take like a long hour shower or something like that and it goes away. It wouldn't go away, it was just worse. I mean, just pounding. So I was taking a bunch of like goody powders and things like that. Finally then, like later that day, I think flew back to my house in Florida, and we're just like there, and I can't relax, I can't calm down. So I'm like literally all through the night, I'm just like wandering around my house, like can't sleep, can't lay down.
Right.
And then like the next morning, I had a good friend, it was some cardiologist, my primary doctor. So I called him and I was like, hey, like I don't feel good at all. And so he's like, come in. So I go into his office, and just from the side of me, by the time I get there, I can barely walk at this point. Like I'm wearing shades, I'm making him turn off all the lights and stuff like that. And then he like checks my blood pressure, and my blood pressure is like 221 over 146.
Wow.
And he's just like, I'm just going to admit you for your blood pressure. You're going to stay overnight. And so he ordered a bunch of tests, and they kept saying like, no, it's nothing. It's a migraine. Send him home. He's like, this guy ain't going to complain over migraine. I know that. And so they like did some more tests like the second day, and found like finally did a spinal tap. And so like I remember, because you're kind of like out of it, but you're still awake. And I remember the doctor was like, oh, and when they tapped my spine, because the fluid shot out. It was like 3 times the pressure it's supposed to be, and there was blood in it, in my spinal fluid. So then they were like, all right, we're going to do like an MRA. It's called MRA. It's just like an MRI, but it's of the brain and the vessels. And that's when they found a massive rupturing. Well, it wasn't rupturing, but a massive aneurysm above my head.
How close were you to dying from the aneurysm?
He said if I probably didn't come in 2 hours, I would have been dead. He said it would have ruptured. He said it had been done.